we are on another set for 10,000 Days. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm having so much fun. It's everything I love about storytelling.
And action!
Okay, Eric. Sure, I'll just ride on your coattails, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, I'm here. we have layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. There were points where the costume people were like, okay, we've got freezer packs, little freezer packs, and we'll put them in your pants. We'll put them in your shirts, and it'll cool you off.
It was so cool to put my costume back on because it still had the snow from a couple of years ago. I can guarantee you no one has worn that costume since I wore it. Really, for as little time as we spent together working on the first 2 episodes of this, it felt like I was returning to an old friend, an old smelly friend, because it also hadn't been washed.
You forget that you're supposed to be really cold because it's so warm in all these clothes, and so you have to remind yourself, oh, that's right, I'm really cold. And you just have to think about what it's like when you're cold and that feeling of,
I mean, we seemingly fell right back into it. I mean, there was, the ice was broken incredibly quickly. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm smart enough to make a pun, but yeah, no pun intended.
She got banged up quite a bit.
Yeah, but it's like it hurts your lungs a little bit. Not that it's too toxic or anything. I think they're using one that's more organic and safer, but still, it's just like the constant fumes and like dust and stuff. You're just like, oh. And then plus, like we had some pretty intense scenes. We were kind of being thrown around a little bit, so we spent a good 10 hours on the floor one day.
You know, my character is the kind of guy who is a little blasé about everything, a little bit more just blunt and to the point, and supposed to be kind of the comedy relief. And I've enjoyed doing that because there's not so much stress and heaviness to me.
I think I've only done one other bedroom scene in my career in a TV or film. You have to shut the crew out, obviously, and just kind of pull it down into just the 2 of us, and so.
As a character, I would say, and maybe even me, that certain levels of humanity do not deserve to be saved. Yeah, that, I guess so.
Remy is, I would say he's the only protagonist that we have. No, not protagonist, antagonist. Stop. Pause. Let's get this straight. Don't film me right now. It's antagonist. Thank you. So.
Oh, I love Peter. He's a nice guy. Like, he plays such a mean, nasty character, but he's a really nice guy.
We will fight! Yes. We will fight! And we will survive!
Yeah! It's funny. I think if you genuinely go to the dark places, you are never quite the same again. Because it's there. It stays.